In my case, absolutely, yes. I was a college student. I was an ROTC, and one of the courses I had taken was surveying, so I understood surveying. And then when I went into the military, I became the survey officer, so I understood it from the civilian standpoint, and then I learned the military side of survey. And so I felt I knew survey very well, very thoroughly, and I felt extremely well prepared.
I had basic training at the infantry school in Fort Benning, Georgia, which was the premier infantry training school in the United States at the time. Supposedly it was to prepare me for this college program that I was in, but when we got dumped into the infantry division, I find that the training that we had there was probably worth its weight in gold. But although the division that we entered said, we want you to be trained in our manner because if you didn't have basic training with us, you're not really one of our members, so they retrained us, but all the way through. But no matter what kind of training you get for combat, it's still just a training activity, because we made three amphibious landings before the real landing, of taking an island, and we knew those were just practice runs. But once you come into the real landing situation and fighting situation, you know it's different than when you start seeing people getting killed and getting shot at and so forth. I don't know whether you can really properly train you for that kind of activity or not, but they did a pretty good job in my case.
Well, I had plenty of training, having gone in 1941, participated in the maneuvers in the United States in 1941, trained in England, trained in Ireland, and I trained my company so well that there was nothing that they couldn't do in combat. In fact, they could pick up and lay minefields, respond to any situation, and they were so good and reacted so well that I could hardly believe it myself.
I volunteered for the military service right out of high school. That's a very interesting thing to do, just getting out of high school, and you learn a lot. The things that I learned during my training and working with people of the military and serving our soldiers, there are things in my life that I do today that are reflection back on what I had to do when I was in the military. I will never forget it, and I would do it again if I had the opportunity.